first carry for Nick Chubb. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
Second down, here's Chubb again. It's a 6-yard run, leaves him with about a foot or so here still to go to hit the marker with third down coming up.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And Hunt is not going to get there. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. It's a 44-yard punt, just 3 on the return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. We've got a hold here. It's a 5-yard pickup for the moment. Let's see what our referee says. So that time they get the tight end on the hold.
Normally he's a pretty good run blocker, but this time he just didn't get his arms extended and let go quickly enough. The flag came out as a result.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. To throw. Open man, that's Devontae Smith. It's a big play, yet amazingly, because of how far they had to go, they're still looking at a 2nd down here. Well, there you go, Charles, the first completed pass of his young career.
And we expect it not to be his last. Very good to get the first one out of the way, though, as he begins his career. Second and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down. Keep the sticks moving.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Able to hit his target, Claypool. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. Working with 2nd and 5 now. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He'll get this to his tight end. That's Pat Freiermuth. Another completion there, and you think about the draft back in the spring. He's selected in the 1st round, getting the start here, as we mentioned in week 1. It's got to be quite a whirlwind for a young quarterback.
Absolutely, because going in the 1st round, people are going to clamor for you to be the starter right away, but many teams want you to get your feet wet first, maybe just kind of hang out behind a veteran starter. In this case, though, he ascended right to the top role, and I know he's excited about the opportunity.
Heck of a play there to get to him quickly and get him down for a loss.
I think they did a really nice job getting ready for this game, scouting, watching film, and understanding defensively what the play design was.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. And they'll need the 39 here for a first. This is third down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. And that brings up fourth.
Yeah, it's still early in the game. No sense taking a chance on third down and forcing one into traffic. So I like the wise play he made there. Get it to the sideline out of bounds where no one's going to have a chance at it.
And on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. Second drive coming up here for Cleveland as they return to the field on offense. And, Charles, nothing like squaring off with a division opponent, a division rival in week one. Do you like that they are matching up this early, or would you prefer a game like this be a few weeks down the road?
I actually like the early matchup for a few reasons, Brandon. First of all, it allows you to see that the entire offseason and know, hey, right out of the gate, we're playing a division game. Second part is it spreads them out a little bit. If you just have them all bunched up at the end of the year, that's not as much fun watching teams try to survive that gauntlet when you do have injuries down the stretch. And last but not least, let's face it, we're TV people. What a great game to sell right out of the gate.
And he'll get about 3 as he takes us up near the 25.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
The Steelers now in the nickel here on third down. To throw, Mayfield. And it's hauled in by Austin Hooper. And oh, he coughed it up. And it looks like Steeler football. It is. Obviously, you got to hold on to the football, but I've got to give credit to the defense there. Good job of knocking it free.
Yeah, because a lot of the time we just blame the offensive players for not taking care of it. How about the effort of the defensive players knowing that guys are going to, and if they're good, anticipate the contact coming and try and cover up the football. And they still find ways to knock it free.
And this is incomplete. Very lucky to get that one back. That nearly picked. It's second down now. Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. They'll set up to throw. Flush to his right. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Decent gain on the scramble at 6, but now it's 4th.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
He'll drop to throw. That's complete. It's Devin Duvernay. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Now a first down carry for Harris. He's able to work free for about 6 down to the 18.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, where that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. They'll roll him out right. And he is going to go down. He will be sacked on the final play of this first quarter. We're scoreless after 1. So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal. He'll look to throw. It's caught on the right side at Smith. And in for the Steelers touchdown. Devontae Smith, an 11-yard touchdown, as his guys are on the board first here tonight. Extra point put through by Boswell, and that makes the score 7-0. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. Cleveland offense making their way out. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
You know, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Play fake. Mayfield. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And, Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them. And they took advantage of it there, got a nice interception, and set up their offense in great shape.
They go play action here on 1st down. Flushed out right. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down. So now we have Jackson slow to get back on his feet. Appears to be shaken up. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. On 2nd down, it's Harris. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. So instead of forcing the field goal, it'll be 1st and goal.
Yeah, the force was trying to make something happen that just didn't need to, right? I mean, plays happen, let it go. It's over. Instead, he creates a penalty.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Escaping the pressure right. Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown. Devin Duvernay there to make the grab. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. Boswell good with the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. Scoring summary, 3-play drive, and it ends with a Pittsburgh touchdown. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Baker Mayfield leads the offense out for their next possession. He's got to dig deep here, doesn't he? Team's losing. He's not playing well either.
And they always tell you, don't press. You'll make things a little bit worse. But in this particular situation, you try and heighten your play a little bit. So far, he's thrown 1 interception. He wants to balance that off with at least 1 touchdown pass in order to get his team back moving forward.
So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Mayfield gives this one to Hunt. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Back to the ground. This time it's Chubb. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. And this may be a carbon copy as he'll again be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10. He gets nothing on back-to-back runs, so now you're dealing with a 3rd and 10 and probably a passing play.
I would agree with that, and I would highly suggest to the play caller, check a different part of that section on your play sheet, because his first 2 runs didn't help you at all. Find someone else who can touch the ball and maybe move it downfield.
The Browns send out their punter now. He'll boot it away from about his 35. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. And a great job on special teams to down it, as this will be marked out inside the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. A handoff to Harris to begin the drive. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. They hand this off to Harris, and they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line.
Not too many more ideal situations at 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a first down. They ran it and picked it up.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. They'll try the right side with Harris. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Now the man from nearby Columbus, Ohio, Benny Snell. And this is going to be a Steelers first down as he'll take this up to about the 33-yard line.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I'll bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Open man, that's the tight end Freiermuth. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A nice completion there for the first down. And Charles, you think about the quarterbacks of recent vintage that have been thrust into action week 1. It's no guarantee of future success, but we sure have seen some good ones.
We certainly have, partner. How about Joe Burrow with the Bengals in 2020? He was excellent. Kyler Murray with the Cardinals. The best part about his game has his team run the brink of the playoffs. And Deshaun Watson has won division titles after having started from day 1.
And he's going to take this across the 50 into Browns territory. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Flush to his right. And he wisely will throw that one away. It's not going to end in points, but you consider where this drive started. You probably label it a success.
I do, and I know that without points, it's hard to say that a drive truly was a success. But think of it this way: changing field position, maybe giving your defense a little bit of a break.
Jarvis Landry, helmet back on and ready to go. Hasn't had his best day to this point here in the 2nd quarter. They're losing. You got to think, though, that also means that maybe the defense doing a good job on it. There's 2 sides to that coin.
I would agree, so you have to give them credit, but that means you've got to find a way to beat that defense and make sure one of your top playmakers touches the football and has an impact on the game. Change formations, change where he lines up, put him in motion, anything possible to shake him free.
Maybe that greater impact comes here on this drive. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Mayfield to throw it. That's caught over the middle. Hooper. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
Meanwhile, Mayfield's throw taken in here by Fulgham. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. And we remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll hand things off to the coach, Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have a look back at a very intriguing opening weekend in the NFL. Mayfield's throw into the hands of Peoples-Jones. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. The Browns try to get back and set quickly here. Time ticking away. Mayfield able to get this one to his tight end, Njoku. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target. So 3rd down, they need to get to the 28 for a first. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And he's got the hook up to Landry. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. A 1st down throw for Mayfield. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. And the Steelers will take over here at their own 12-yard line.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Flushed out right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Open man completes it to Claypool. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Another completion there, and what a big moment in a young quarterback's life, that first NFL start. And Charles, obviously they want him to win games, but if they're looking at him under a microscope in this first month or so, what do you think they're hoping to see from him?
Well, for every question they'll have for him, they should have for themselves as a coaching staff, because it's not just how quickly can he learn the offense, it's what they can teach him, right? How can he build a relationship with his receivers? And, of course, how open is he to learning? And, of course, how open are they to giving him things that he can put in place on the field?
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. They'll look to throw again. That's complete to his tight end, Freiermuth. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Back to throw again. Looking here for Smith downfield. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down. On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Landry now on the return. So we reach half. All right, we will save the Week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the third. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. The Steeler offense now with a football first here to begin the third quarter. They'll run with Snell to begin the drive. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. Really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
2nd and 9 now. Completion here to Claypool.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. On first down, he'll drop to throw. Claypool with another catch. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A big play that time through the air. 34 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Devontae Smith, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Steelers are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. Extra point put through by Boswell, and that makes the score 21-0. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Fielded just outside the goal line. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now Mayfield. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver Landry. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they run it with Hunt. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Play action now. Here's Mayfield. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second-half blowout material. A run there on first down and a pretty good one of 5 yards, so make it 2nd and 5. 2nd down and 5. On play action, they'll throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
They'll go with Snell here on first down. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
Now they'll try the jet sweep here. Oh, what a move. Well, we've seen running backs in today's NFL get involved in the passing game. Maybe it's about time more receivers like that get involved in the running game.
And that is something we are seeing more and more in this league, no question about it. That wasn't the biggest of gains, but it was enough to get them a first down. And it continues to test the defense. They have to think on every play about who might end up with the ball.
A great move, but it only takes him to the 7. He's dropped there. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. They'll look to throw here. Eluding the pressure right. Toward the pylon, caught. Will go down as a gain of 6. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space.
And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Derek Watt taking it in from a yard out. And the Steelers are going to add on to their lead. Boswell good with the extra point, and that makes the score 28-0. So that drives 7 plays in length, and it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Taken in at the 3. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Another opportunity now for the Browns offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, it totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious, because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Second down at 7. Mayfield. And he completes it to Hunt. And he lost the football. And it looks like Steeler football. It is. There are 2 words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S. Ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk about it all the time. But still, when you've got defenders out there who are preaching, hey, we're going to take the ball away from you, no matter what position you play, you've got to take care of the rock.
They'll run on first down. Snell, and brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 42 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. He's obviously a bit of a shorter running back. Sometimes when he goes up the middle like that, he gets lost in there, and then he pops out for 10, 20 yards.
I actually asked NFL linebackers if that was true. Do you actually lose sight of some of the smaller running backs? And all of them confirmed that that can be a problem. Think of it this way. 2 of the top running backs in NFL history, Emmitt Smith, Barry Sanders, both 5'10".
And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. He'll try again with the arm here on second down. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. The improv act there, good for 9, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd and short, 3rd and 1. Trying to run for it with Snell. And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now back to throw. Flush to his right. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
They're certainly not letting up on the pressure in this one, and oftentimes you hear this expression, all gas, no break from defenses. But in this case, it's the offense still throwing the football up big in the 4th quarter.
Here's 2nd and 8. A throw left side, caught by the tight end, Freiermuth. Only able to pick up 2, and that leads us to 3rd and goal. A nice throw there. We've seen a lot of those from this young man. How would you assess, Charles, his first start thus far?
I think it's been everything that they could have asked for because he's handled all the basic things quite well. And even some of the wrinkles that have been thrown at him, he's shown a lot of poise throughout and made some nice plays.
Defense.
So give them the yardage on the pass and half the distance to the goal line.
Because they're inside the 30, so now you don't march off the full 15, right? You have half the distance to the goal. In any event, that's precious real.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Benny Snell punching it in from a yard away. And the Steelers are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th quarter lead. Extra point put through by Boswell, and that makes this 35-0 now. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. With the football going back over now to the Cleveland Browns. And no doubt this is not the way that they had hoped to open their season. Thoroughly outplayed here in front of the national audience. 1st down, Mayfield. And finding the tight end, Hooper. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. From the gun, Mayfield. Looking for the out route. It's completed to Landry. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
On 3rd and 1, here's Mayfield. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Joe Hayden, the veteran, with a pick. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. The utter domination here just continues. This defense, I don't know what more we can say all around about their performance.
Well, it certainly feels in this game like maybe they're facing a Canadian defense. 12 guys on the field. It feels like there's an extra on every snap because they have really struggled to make headway through the air.
And throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. On 1st down, Snell. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
So that'll go as a 4-yard loss on the play. And it'll be 3rd and 10.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
They'll look to throw. Hard throw, incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Boswell's kick is good. And they're well on their way now as the lead grows even larger. So after 5 touchdowns offensively, hey, maybe it's time to get the kicker a little work, and he's able to connect there.
I love that empathetic side of you. You're worried about him getting some action, getting to be a part of the game. Well, he got in and got it done.
And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. The Browns offense trotting back onto the field. And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into week 1 because they have not been particularly competitive here at home, no less. So these fans just kind of beside themselves right now. Looking left side, that's caught by Landry. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. Maybe a frustration penalty there because he's picked them apart.
They've tried their best to get to him and haven't done it successfully. A penalty is a result of that hit there.
So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Here's Mayfield. And he's got his man on the crossing route. That's Landry. So the completion good for 6 yards. And that'll make it a 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it. A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
On 1st and 10, Mayfield swings this out for Hunt. And he's taken down inside the 30.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Mayfield with it once more. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. The sack by T.J. Watt, or as his mother Connie calls him, Trent Jordan Watt.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Meanwhile, Mayfield's throw into the hands of Hooper. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
Yeah, interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That's complete to Peoples-Jones. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really...
And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late, but he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. Point after, right down the middle as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. Brown now to kick it away after the touchdown. This one fielded at the 5. And he won't quite make it to the 25. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And this has been quite a performance to kick off the new year on the road, no less, as they try to finish things off here in the 4th quarter. Starting the drive with Snell, and he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they look to salt this one away. 2nd down, again they defer to Snell. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Here's Snell on third down. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
Well, partner, none of these runs individually have added up to a whole lot.
Now, 3 plays, all 3 short runs, but together a first down.
Yeah, it's amazing how the narrative changes when you string them together.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
My game. I'm coming for you. You move.
Clock counting down toward 40 seconds as they take the knee. And they take a knee. And for the Browns, a nickel set here on 3rd down.
I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play.
So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense it was much more of the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together, got a spark, and then took off. It's really nice to watch in the second half.
So for the Steelers, it's a fantastic start as they roll to a blowout victory here in the season opener. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Atlanta Falcons. Meanwhile, for Cleveland, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll be back home next week as they're set to take on the Carolina Panthers. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.